Are you looking for the best tablets LTE? In this video we will look at some of the 4 best tablets on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description, so make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Starting at number 1. Apple iPad Pro 11-inch Wi-Fi plus 5G. Each has an Apple M2 chipset under the hood, which makes them more powerful than any Android tablet on the market, and by a wide margin. Depending on the version, there are 8GB or 16GB of RAM and 128GB, 256GB, 512GB, 1TB, or even 2TB of internal storage. Games can be played at the highest graphics settings, and intensive multitasking, photo editing, and even video editing are also possible thanks to the M1. Numerous high-quality features are built in. For example, the iPad Pro is Face ID, it supports the excellent Apple Pencil 2, and Apple sells 2 different keyboard covers. The casing is completely native metal, has good cameras at the front and back, and has a LiDAR sensor. Apple's tablets are also exciting because they get very long iPadOS updates. Apart from the high price, I only noticed one negative point of criticism in my review. When watching a movie on the 12.9-inch Liquid Retina XDR display, a kind of blooming or glowing effect can sometimes be visible. You can read more about this in my review. However, this is hardly noticed in everyday use. At number 2. Samsung Galaxy Tab S9 plus Wi-Fi plus 5G. The Galaxy Tab S9 also sets a new benchmark for Android performance with its Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 processor, coupled with either 8GB of RAM and 128GB of storage or 12GB of RAM and 256GB of storage, makes it a suitable roaming tablet for online games like PUBG or Fortnite, where 5G can actually provide decent performance. The best part about the Samsung Galaxy Tab S9 is also the S Pen, which allows for note-taking, drawing, and navigating the tablet's interface. It's amazing how nice it is to surf the web and annotate web pages directly on your display with the S Pen. 5G, eSIM and Samsung's promise of 4 major updates for the S9 series ensures that this tablet will not be obsolete in the next few years. At number 3. Apple iPad Air Wi-Fi plus 5G. Inside sits the very powerful Apple M1 processor, making the Air more powerful than any Android tablet including the Galaxy Tab S8 series. It offers 8GB of RAM and 64GB or 256GB of internal storage. Demanding games like PUBG Mobile can be played at the highest graphics settings. And if you want, you could even edit demanding 4K videos on the Air thanks to the M1 chip. Face ID is missing, but you can unlock it with the Touch ID fingerprint reader built into the power button instead. The speakers are a bit weaker than on the Pro, but still pretty good. It is certainly suitable as an entertainment tablet. And for work as well, since it supports the same Apple Pencil 2 and Apple Magic Keyboard that work with the Pro. The iPad Air has a high-quality metal case that is only 6.1mm thin. I did not notice any weak points in my test, except for the price. Typically Apple, it is comparatively expensive. At number 4. Apple iPad Mini Wi-Fi plus 5G. It is mainly exciting because of the 8.3-inch Liquid Retina display, which has a high resolution of 2266 by 1488 pixels, is nice and bright with 500 nits, and supports the Apple Pencil 2. You can use it to write down handwritten notes or annotate PDFs. In my test, I noticed a jelly effect that is noticeable in some scenarios. You can read more about that in the review. However, there is no better alternative. The Apple A15 processor provides decent performance, which makes the iPad Mini's graphics performance in particular stronger than any Android tablet, including the Samsung Galaxy Tab S8. Thus, it is also suitable as a mobile gaming machine. I love editing photos with Adobe Lightroom on the iPad Mini because it's so powerful and so handy at the same time. It does not support Face ID, but it does have a fingerprint reader. There are good speakers on the sides of the metal case. We get a USB-C port, and a magnetic bar for charging the Apple Pencil 2.